word is pacing and leading. Is anybody familiar with that? The terms pacing and leading? No? Pacing means meeting the patient where they are. So giving them a statement that begins your interaction with them that they cannot deny. For example, if I were to pace all of you right now, I would say, well, as you sit there, you're all sitting except for Mr. Photographer. So I would be pacing you. You would not disagree with that, so it's a start to moving you into a frame of agreement. It's a frame of being agreeable, like a frame of mind of feeling like, yeah, I am sitting, right? Can't deny that. If you do that a couple of times, you build that cumulative effect, and it works. So pacing and leading means I meet you where you are first, so as you sit there, listening to me. You are sitting there, you are listening to me, you cannot deny either one of those, so I'm still pacing, right? You can probably imagine how much you can use all these skills on Monday and start to get change at your office. And just because I started with the simple pacing statements as you sit there listening to me, you can probably imagine blah, blah, blah. I just led you into believing that you could imagine that and you can hardly stop yourself, but imagine what I'm asking you to imagine, because I have properly led the conversation. Did everybody sort of follow that thought pattern? Yeah, with the pacing. As you sit there listening to me, you can probably imagine how you're going to use all the skills that you learned today, starting Monday. And that statement is not true necessarily, but I am sort of making it true because I'm making it part of that agreement frame. Yeah, I'm just sort of rolling in with the yeses. Yeah, yeah, oh yeah, okay, yeah. You know, people are like, oh yeah, agreeing. Nodding through. It's fairly easy. So how can you use this very easily at your practice, and how can this improve your case acceptance? Has anybody done a lot of advertising to get a bunch of patients in, you know, a big flood of patients to a $75 cleaning or whatever it is, you know, a coupon that brings patients in? Everybody familiar with something like that? Sure. The patient comes in and they sit in the chair and they get their checkup, they get their cleaning, and of course they brave through the checkup because, you know, most of them, they don't want to be there. They just came in because they wanted the $75 cleaning and that was it. If you just show up after their checkup and you drop a $20,000 treatment plan on their lap and you say, well, wow, your mouth's a mess. This is what needs to be done. You have instantly broken rapport. How many of those patients have left your office before and never to be seen again? And I'm not talking about specifically right there in that moment, but I'm saying you know that your case acceptance numbers could be better, right? If you could properly build a relationship with that patient so that when you deliver that treatment plan, it's not such a shock. Oh my God, $20,000, right? So pacing and leading can help you a lot on delivering that treatment plan and make sure that it gets accepted, because we're going to put ourselves in their shoes a little bit before we start delivering information, and we're going to be more open to listen.